Hey guys, we are at Stella's here in Gulfport. It's exclusively a breakfast and lunch spot. I've been told by multiple clients, friends, and neighbors who live here that it is the spot to go for breakfast. So that is what we're gonna do. And I've also been told it has a nice little backstory. So let's go check it out. So I'm actually here with Barbara. She's the owner of Stella's, and she was nice enough. She was actually sitting, working on her specials and stuff, and came over and said, she owned the place and wanted to talk about it real quick. So tell me a little bit about like the backstory.
So, so we've been here for 13 years. Stella was my great aunt, who was a nun, and I just have really fond memories of growing up with her, cooking in the kitchen with her, and so. When I knew that I was going to be opening up Stella's, I knew I just had to name it after her. She was a great influence in my life. So. And
was that where a lot of like the things that you make here recipes wise, or some of those come back from what you guys used to make?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of the things that I'm famous for are my corned beef hash, which I have fond memories of cooking with her.
Yeah.
And then I also have some Southern twists on there that maybe she wasn't very familiar with. So like my fried green tomatoes and I
read that she was in Manhattan?
Yes. Yeah. All over New York City, really. Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn. But I spent a lot of time there during the summer and grew up cooking with her.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then, so you mentioned the corned beef hash.
Yeah.
What would you say like are the staples that people come here for?
Besides never running out of eggs and bacon at a breakfast place, I always tell my staff, specifically people will drive here for my corned beef hash.
Okay.
I prepare it and cook it very different than any other corned beef hash you're really going to try.
Really?
It's actually the same corned beef I use for my Reubens, so if you're a big corned beef fan, I have a couple of different options for you. I grew up in New York City, but we are in Florida, so I had to bring some south here. So fried green tomatoes, you're going to be able to find on the menu about 5 different ways, from an appetizer to a Benedict and an omelet to even having it on a burger. So, anything with fried green tomatoes, if you're a fan of it, you have to try it.
Yeah.
The banana bread French toast, if you have a sweet tooth, is a Stella favorite too.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. And then as far as if you were to sit down right now and order breakfast, like we're about to, what does it look like coffee-wise, food-wise?
I'm a big coffee fan. I am a big supporter in supporting local businesses. So I actually serve Kawa coffee here. I have for 13 years. So I always talk about, I remember when Kawa coffee was really small and now they're really, really huge throughout the Tampa Bay area. But Kawa coffee is just a great coffee to have. I do have a full liquor license too. So any of the Bloody Marys served with Tito's, like we have a spicy bacon Bloody Mary, right? Who doesn't love bacon? So throw that in there.
Yeah, I think I saw Three Daughters Brewery. You guys,
another local, right? Three Daughters.
Okay.
And then you can't go wrong with we have mimosa flights. So you can have mimosas with 4 different juices in it.
Yeah.
Also, if you like coconut rum, we throw coconut rum in one of them. So we do a lot of different twists on anything that you might be able to go and get at a mom and pop place.
Right. Just a little more like kicked up.
Yep. The other thing on the menu too that I just love is my breakfast burrito, where we make the chorizo in-house. So if you're a big chorizo fan, the breakfast burrito, you can't go wrong. So
very nice.
Yeah.
And then last thing I want to ask you about is, as far as the area, how do you feel like the Gulfport area plays into this place?
Everybody describes this as kind of old Florida town. It's one of the last of the small towns that have that old Florida feeling. And there's something to be said about the locals here. And so, we offer that hometown feeling of, coming in and sitting and getting to know people, right? All the locals will chat you up.
Yeah.
My servers from my kitchen staff are they really personalize the experience. And so and that's something I've instilled with them since day one. So it's it's this hometown feeling where you come, you sit down, and everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
So.
No, I think that's 100%. The town has a hometown feeling, then this has a hometown feeling, and then even the roots of the place has the hometown feeling with you, and
Yeah, I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to eating.
Thank you. Good luck.
So we took Barbara's advice, and first off, we got 2 mimosas. This one is a Hawaiian one, so it has a shot in there. That's traditional. And then we got the banana nut French toast. We got the corned beef hash, and we got the fried green tomatoes. So let's dig in. Let's try a little bit. We got a little bit of I think it's almond butter. as well for the French toast. I love banana bread, so this is like right up my alley. Oh man. I don't know what type of bread that is, like a brioche or something, but it's so soft. Full of banana flavor. It's got that like walnut in it too. Bacon looks stellar. Gotta have crispy bacon. Straight. Oh yeah. Breaks apart. Not very good. I do have someone eating with me, so I'm not eating all this myself, but I wouldn't mind it. Wow. That's really good corned beef hash. My grandma actually makes corned beef hash for St. Patty's Day every year. So she home makes it. So that's stellar. That is, no pun intended. That's actually really good. All right, let's look at this fried green tomato here. Not tangy dressing on the top. Whew. Yeah, I think all three of these options you definitely can't go wrong with. Okay. Alright guys, so we just finished up here. It was absolutely delicious. The banana nut French toast and the corned beef hash. I've got a really high standard for corned beef hash. Like I was saying, my grandma makes it at St. Patty's Day from scratch. And so that's a very high standard, and that honestly, I can't say it exceeded, but it was very, very good because my grandma would kill me. But yeah, I mean, breakfast, this is delicious. Lunch looked just as good. Loads of different options, and it's definitely more homemade. You know, it's not, doesn't seem like super fried or super unhealthy, even though it's like very delicious. It's got that like homemade feel. And they've also got a sister restaurant that they just opened up called the Salty Nun off Central in St. Pete. They've got breakfast too, they've got lunch, they've also got dinner, and they've got some live music and a bar. She collaborated with another restaurant owner on it, so I'm looking forward to checking that one out too. But until next time, have a good day.